The major difference, in my humble opinion, between then and now is like, it's not that there's not talent now, because there is, right? There's a zillion, like, but it there was something to be proven with your skill in the urban scene in like early 2000s, like it still had to be really good, you know what I mean? Because everything else the artists go through, you still went through them, but on top of all of that, your shit really still had to be good, and in that regard, especially in New York, that has changed a lot. And still being blessed to be able to be in the game, and even how people network now is different, right? New York's taking this whole Atlanta strip club scene, and that's where the industry dudes are at, and it's like. Yep. That wasn't that way, you know what I mean?
It used to be New York used to run the entire hip hop
right?
Scene,
and so now it's just like, I don't know, in a way. Then you have pockets like ours that we don't give a fuck, right? We're just creatives, right? We make art, whether it's photography, acting, music, and so there's that new sector in New York that maybe was there back then, but even more so now, But the industry's changed a lot in that regard. Where we network, that that kind of stuff.
What do you think about the the big like Bronx drill movement that's happening right now, and all the Ricos and everything? What's your idea of the whole scene?
Honestly, like one of the ways I've been able to persevere and be consistent in this game and do some really blessed and magical things is really not focus on
other people,
other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer. Like we emit frequencies, bro. We're an aura. We encounter what we're supposed to encounter. And if we want to change that, you change. It's inner. It's not an outer thing.
Yeah.
You change your frequency, who you deal with. Like you know what I mean. Yeah. And I'm just about good music, man. I'm sure there's a million. Like within any of these genres, you're gonna find good music, but the overall message and just like music in general can be creative, fun, cool, and still give a subliminal message, And it's always used to be that way up until, recently, maybe 20, 30 years. If I swear to you, in any genre, I'm not just talking like hip hop or reggae or... If you look at just actual lyrics from like 60s to now, it's just you see a steady decline, And it's like,
yes.
It's like, all right, so is society declining? Like, it's deeper than because the argument is all music. These were kids writing these lyrics. It wasn't like people went back in time, adults, and were writing Nas's lyrics or Billy Joel but these are poetic lyrics, and something is different. Something is not as creative. It's not as artistic as it used to be.
Well, I think you can get a lot farther with less now.
Yes.
It's like one thing catches on the algorithm,
Right.
and then it just spreads to everybody.
Right.
And these companies are willing to just throw money at anything rather than building an actual artist and putting their money behind them. And I think it sparks a lot of problems for the youth,
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Yeah, and I think it's a good point, because I was actually looking up, like, I don't know, a week or two ago about like how old Nas was when Illmatic came out. And I think it released like right when he was like 20 or 21 years old.
Bro. He was 18.
Yeah,
18.
so he wrote all that shit when he wrote it all when he was 18, 19 years old, right?
Probably less than that. He probably wrote it when he was like 16, 17.
I think his first record with Main Source was like when he was 17, 18. So, it's just like, I don't think people are asking, or even when you're creative, you think about shit like this, right? The average person is not thinking about stuff like this.
It's true.
And that's the issue. The average person is not thinking.
Yeah.
They're just
they're not
following shit, and it's changed the way everything is listened to, but at the end of the day, it's mostly consumer based, being fed whatever the art is, whatever is popular, like you said.
Yeah.
And it's not just popular, whatever the latest trend is in this week, or or next week, or so.
Yeah.
it makes for a less again, these are all just in my humble opinion, creative aspect to how things are being produced.
I definitely get
Yeah.
you, and I think what's even worse now is I feel like the media or these larger companies can simply just manufacture popularity,
Right.
and they've always been able to, but now the level that they can do it is just insane.
Extreme, yeah.
A lot of these big businesses, they don't want a young man that's intelligent like Nas.
Right.
They want somebody that was poor, dumb, willing to
Yeah.
crash out, willing to
Right.
sign their life over
Right.
for, $250,000 with no masters, anything like that, and who's going to say some crazy shit on live, die early,
Right.
and now they have his entire catalog within one fucking year.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's
And they make a shitload more after they die.
forever after they die, bro. They take
So,
insurance policies out on rappers.
It's really and
It's insane.
so I honestly, that's why I don't really get caught up in that. I
feel you.
was raised hippie. My dad was a New Yorican hippie.
Oh wow, nice.
So I was raised help the community. Like I if I can help you, I will help you.